What is the meaning of life? Well, we'll jump into that subject here in a few seconds. Let me first of all go out and say hello to the people that are jumping on chat, my inner circle members. We meet every Thursday night, and also my super chatters. So, Lisa Marie, thank you so much for your super chat. The orphans are going to love it. Hi, John. Hi, Arthur, Melody, Bill, Eric. I love and appreciate you guys so much. And we'll get started just in a few seconds. Wow, we're there already. So let's get started. Hi, Scott. My name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's subject is, what is the meaning in life? What is the meaning of life? Now, the one thing I want to tell you guys right away is it's fun to have AI now, artificial intelligence. You got Google, you got all these philosophers, you got all these, teachers, theologians, scientists, what do they call themselves? Geniuses, the ultimate thinkers. And don't you find it very, very interesting that there's always this debate? There's always this debate of not only the meaning of life, but also the purpose of life. What is your purpose? What is your passion? Why do we exist? Why do I exist? And here's something that I'll share with you, because it's very interesting. In my opinion, there's only two groups of people in the world. Only two. One group that believes nothing. All right. They were created from stardust. They're nothing. They have no purpose, no passion, no existence. And, you know, everything's by accident. And there really isn't any higher calling. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And then you got the other group that are these crazy people, me being one of them, that believes that I'm a miracle, that I was created to create greatness, that all I need to do, my meaning in life, is to just be consistent, to search. If you seek, you shall find. And my goal is just to continue to grow and be the best impact I can possibly be. And so whenever I see a group of people flourishing versus a group of people that are not flourishing or even active in life, it's those that have a belief and those that don't have a belief. So the main purpose, or the main reason for my life, as I know it, is to learn to love myself, learn to believe in myself, believe that I'm enough, believe that I'm worthy, believe that the whole universe and the creators of that universe is consistently conspiring and helping me make a bigger impact for those that don't know. Those that don't know. And so there's a lot of statements that I believe that makes me happy, fulfilled in life. Uh, Everything really works very good for me because I'm always consistently looking forward in a way to better myself. There's not a day that goes by where I'm not going through incredible gratefulness, but also grateful for who I am and the way I think and the way I feel. And my goal is to take that wisdom that I learned, that allowed me to believe that I'm a miracle, that allowed me to love myself, believe in myself, and believe that all things are possible. And my mission in life is finding those that have ears to hear. So the more you love yourself, the more you believe in yourself, the more that you consistently grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, the more you become a light to other people, because they don't know. They'll tell you. You'll ask them, what do you want? I don't know. I don't know. Where would you like to be in a couple of years? I don't know. I I don't know. Well, don't you want to do something? No, I can't do anything. I, I'm I got all these reasons why I'm not worthy. I'm not enough. I am a bully. I beat myself up. Um, I have unrealistic expectations. I'm a victim. I got to blame. I play the blame game. And by the way, no one cares. No one cares. It really doesn't make a difference if I do anything. So I'm gonna get to my grave. I am going to die proving to the world that you can do just as little as humanly possible. You really don't have to do anything. You don't have to impact anybody. In fact, your fruit for life is what not to be. Say, I love this when I heard from one of my mentors, right? Find some of the most miserable, unhappy people in the world that you know and take them out for lunch or dinner and ask them what they do. And don't do that. And so a lot of people are constantly going, I don't know what to do. Yeah, you do. I'll tell you what to do. Don't do what you're currently doing. So if you're unhappy, if you're unfulfilled, if you're depressed, if you're feeling like you're not worthy, you're not valuable, you're not enough, if you feel all these things, you do know what to do. Don't do that. And so I understand if you guys could go back 38 years ago and see my life as I grow up, and by the way, you can, go to roberthollis.com/free and get a digital copy of my best-selling book here. And I just want you to understand that in my story, I understand where you are because I know everyone feels this way. But I felt that if anyone had a reason to be pissed off at the world, feel like you got, dealt a bad hand by the creator and everybody else, and you consistently went from failure to failure to failure to unhappiness, 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 and unhappiness. I was the poster child. So you got to understand me sitting in an apartment with no electricity, with an eviction notice on the door, um, me having no money, and having the repo man chase me around because I was 3 payments back on a pawn loan for a used car, and be alone with no one there to even share my misery with. I understand desperation. I understand, being lonely. I understand being depressed. I understand having suicidal thoughts. And all I knew for a fact is it humbled me so much that I just realized that I didn't know anything. See, so there got to be people out there that know everything. And if you don't believe them, just ask them. And then you got the other people that go, it's pretty obvious that if you look at my life, how I feel about myself, how I feel others feel about myself or about me, um, yeah, I'm pretty much not worthy, not valuable. There's really no reason for me to be on the planet. So the one thing that I did know is that I couldn't use what I knew to get me out of the situation that I put myself in. So that was the day that I drew the line in the sand. I said, I'm not living like this anymore. I gotta find it. So when you finally open up your mind, which was like a parachute, it only works when it's open. Then I realized I didn't know the answers and I needed to find people that did have those answers. And today we live, not 37 years ago, we live now in a time where every single question you have, there's an answer out there for it. There's an answer. And me, we didn't have the internet. I was dyslexic. And so I didn't even go to the library. I've read like only a few books in my entire life. So when I met someone that inspired me, that had things that I wanted to have, I wanted to feel good about myself. I wanted to be an example. By your fruit, you shall know them. I wanted to make an impact in other people's lives. Then all of a sudden, I realized when you hang around people that are optimistic. See, so there's the people that believe in nothing, and then there's people that believe in everything. And these people are very irritating. They're optimistic, they're happy, they're fulfilled, they're impacting others, they're constantly growing. Every time you check on them, it's like they got the Midas touch, or what I call the Robert's touch. Is I believe that I have the ability to make an impact in other people's lives. And so when I started learning that stuff and applying that stuff and believing in that stuff, it works just like the placebo effect. See, for those of you that are scientists, it's got to be scientific. Here's a weird one for you. I went to college and became an automotive engineer. And part of being an engineer is understanding how metal works, metal early eulogy. It's not eulogy, but see, I get the word. But there was all these things I needed to understand about how metal works and how I could fabricate and how to weld and how to very simply make something out of nothing. And the more knowledge that I got, the more valuable that I felt. Right? So if you ever approached me about anything that deals with an automobile, I was confident in my ability. I believed in myself. It made me feel good, and I got awards for knowing that stuff. Who did I learn it from? Other people that already did it. Other people that already had documentation that they have helped other people achieve that. So when I found that through learning and mechanics and hanging around other people that not only had a good living, but had a pretty fulfilled life by, creating automobiles and creating race cars. See, every one of you can find people that are very confident and belief in themselves and even love that identity. See, I'm a mechanic, or I'm a carpenter, I'm an accountant, I'm a trash person, right? It's like you always find people that, regardless of where they are and what they're doing, they truly, truly believe that they're one of the best that have done it. And so, where that inspiration comes from, where that actually lives, is if you don't know the meaning of life, find someone who does. Find someone who does. And what I did is I ran across two individuals in my life that knew what the meaning of life was. They knew what their purpose and passion was. They knew what their calling was. And when you hang around those people, and in my situation, I didn't believe that much in me, but I believed in them. I seen what they did, and I seen the accomplishments and what they had done for other people. And by helping other people that know the meaning of life consistently do what they do, that's how you catch it. In some of the most successful books in the world, you'll always will see you become who you hang around. See, most people have no meaning in life and they don't know what they want and they're not impacting anybody because they're around just them. That was me 38 years ago. So when you start hanging around people that have a meaning and a purpose and a calling, and you're like, well, I don't have any, then jump in and help them make their dreams come true. See, people that have vision, that becomes contagious. Vision inspires success in others now. And so all of a sudden, you're believing in that person. And here's what people sort of get, bothered with, because I've been in a number of companies. I've helped a number of charities. I've been involved with people that have incredible vision, purpose, and meaning in life. And so I learned how they got it. It's pretty amazing when you find someone that has a vision, has a purpose, has a passion, has a calling, and they understand the meaning of life. They're making massive things happen. Massive things happen. And the rest of the world sits around and criticizes them, trolls on them, says all this negative stuff about them. I know one thing for a fact. That is not the meaning of life. See, the opposite, the meaning of life is not hating yourself, not liking yourself, believing that you're a loser, that you're not enough, that you have nothing to give. So your whole goal in life is do nothing but just troll and hate and say evil and criticizing things and judging people. That I know is not the meaning of life. 1000%. See, so sometimes you can learn the meaning of life by actually getting involved with other people that do have a meaning for life. And you can find out whether or not that serves you, whether that inspires you, whether that gets you to believe in yourself, that you're part of something greater than yourself. And so I've been down a lot of paths for a certain season. And then I got to find another one. Have I made mistakes? Not only have I made mistakes, but sometimes when the people that I'm following lose their way and forget what they are supposed to do, then I stay in too long. And then it sort of takes me a little while to recover. And that's whether it's following organized religion, whether that's following a relationship. See, some people get in a relationship and get their heart broken and they just never, ever, ever recover. Never recover. So that could be a job that you had and they laid you off or they went out of business. And we constantly have these seasons of life that if you realize that you getting to where you're going to go, what you can make the biggest impact, how to love yourself, you got to understand that you're going to have to go with this one and then this and then this one and then this one, but you know whether or not it's feeding you or not. So not only have you had multiple relationships, but some of you have had more than one job, and some of you have had more than one church or belief or religion. And a lot of you will continue saying, okay, well, this book and this audio meant a lot to me. And now it's this one. So when my mentor met me and he could hear out of my mouth the incredible sabotage and me being a super bully to myself, he knew that he needed to correct that. And how he corrected it by seeing whether or not I would do it is buying this book, The Greatest Miracle in the World by Og Mandino. And he said, Robert, I want you to get this book and I want you to read it and give me a call when you're done. And that changed my perspective. That shifted my paradigm. See, I found out in that book that I'm unique, very, very unique with my background, my trauma, being in foster homes, hanging around the wrong people, going to a federal penitentiary. There was a lot of things that were very unique to me, including my DNA. And there's no way that you're going to have a testimony without going through some test. So you got to consistently grow and learn from these tests, but don't allow the trauma and the test to freeze you, to get you stuck, to get you to second guess yourself, to get you to go, you know what? I don't know the answers. I don't know how to get myself out of this. You got to understand that your thoughts are things. And when you say those thoughts out of your mouth, your ears hear them. And so it reinforces and it validates and it justifies you being where you are. I'm telling you, don't stay there. I love these phrases. When you're going through hell, just keep going. Don't stay there. So you're not stuck. You do know what to do, because if you're getting bad results in your life, you know how you got those bad results. If you got any results, you know what you did to mess up relationships. You know what you did to mess up jobs. You know what you didn't do to get the results that you know that you deserve. And it's all because you don't believe in yourself. You don't love yourself. It's impossible. Listen to me. It's impossible to connect with others, to make them feel like they're unique and different, if you don't do it to yourself. Did you hear me? So when you feel stuck, when you feel like you're a loser, if you feel like you're consistently beating yourself up, if you don't change that philosophy, that belief, that beating yourself up, everything's going to stay the same. Everything's going to stay the same. So here it is in a nutshell. I want to close with this. The meaning to life is learning that you're unique and no one else is like you. And in my opinion, you were created to create. You were created to ask yourselves the right questions and ask people in the know how to get to the know. So you look at yourself as more valuable. You look at yourself as being enough. And when your life radically changes in every area of your life, because now you think and feel and talk different about yourself, I promise you that the number one gift that you can give to others is the gift of the knowledge that you use to change yourself. I used to be miserable. I'm no longer miserable. I used to hate myself. I no longer hate myself. I used to say bad stuff about myself all the time. Now I say good stuff about myself all the time. All you got to look at is see that the majority of people in the world are unfulfilled, unhappy, stuck, miserable, depressed. The list is too long. So all you got to do is do the exact opposite what the rest of the world is doing. That's all you got to do. And as you're learning to be a better you, what I did is I consistently plugged people into the people that were helping me become better. So once I found someone like Og Mandino, once I found something like, the Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, when I started finding that stuff that mentally, spiritually changed who I was, so that now I know what my soul is supposed to do. Can you imagine the difference in your life if you really truly knew what the meaning of life was? Because there's not too many people that do. So whether you're a scientist or a philosopher or a religious person, it's like Every one of us has a unique DNA, and our goal in life is to be the best person we can be, to be the best us we can be. So the rest of the world tells you that you got to believe like these people, that you got to act like these people, that you should be doing stuff like these people. See, the majority of the people in the world are not diving into how special and unique they are, how much of a miracle they are to learn to love themselves. No, they're too busy doing things that don't give them joy, including a job, whining and complaining about everything out of their control because that's what everybody else does. Everybody else spends all day, every day listening to and spreading stuff that they don't even know whether it's true or not. Wow. That's an existence, right? So I love and appreciate you. I know you can do this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And so if no one's giving you permission to be happy and successful, please allow me to do that for you. Because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't have a meaning in life. I had no purpose, no calling. I was uninspiring. You hang around me and I'd get you to second guess every reason why you should be alive. I thank God every day I'm no longer that person. So do me a huge personal favor and share this video with others. And tonight we're doing, I guess in a half hour, 33 minutes, we're doing a podcast. And that podcast is going to be, I'm sure Craig posted it. I'm looking really quickly. Matt came up with a great title. The greatest gift you can give. The greatest gift you can give. And I think you guys are going to love it. So check out that podcast. Again, I love and appreciate you. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.